Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to United View. Welcome to episode 38 of the Trinity podcast. 100%. That was a little bit low. That's like,
just
what is it, bro? Is it just 4-0 now? It's just everything's
just go with it. No, just go with it. I don't know why.
Everything's a bit more reserved.
Is that louder? Is that louder? Was that louder?
Again?
Oh, sugar.
There you go. No, that's better. That's
better.
Well, you can never trust the Fleck headphones. There might be an element of Flecknology going on.
No, there's no Flecknology today. I've got full volume, full powers. I'm back here.
I have a big question for you, Flex. This is something that's been dividing the community. This is something that has been...
Oh, yeah.
It's been madness. And it's something we stumbled upon last night when we were watching the game Manchester United versus PAOK, because the game was, I believe the best description is... And we're about a minute in, so I can swear it was fucking dreadful last night. Awful.
It was
so bad at one point. KG started crying on the stream.
I did have a breakdown.
Yeah. We'll talk about that in a bit.
Real life, crying.
Yeah.
No, not real.
Tears.
Well, tears of happiness though. Like
no. Not
I had a breakdown.
Yeah.
Sad, like real tears.
I was like, you can imagine a me breakdown, innit? It was like, laughing, hysterical laughing, tears in my eyes.
But it wasn't funny.
Like, it wasn't funny. It was just like, I had a moment of, this is really like, I think there was a couple more missed passes and I couldn't take it anymore. And I'm
so glad you lot did this, because when I don't know if you spoke to Josh, any of you two today, right? No. We sat in the press box. I swear to you, at like halfway through the first half, I just turned to Josh like this. I went, Josh, I know we're rubbish, so I know this. But I goes, we're so rubbish. What this is really. And I was like, do you understand? I said to Josh, do you understand what's supposed to happen to a team called PAOK if they come to Old Trafford and play Manchester United? It's supposed to be wave after wave. The goalie's on his line, got bare goal. That Noah team, 8-0 or whatever, that's what's meant to happen.
Oh, you had what I had.
Did you not do that? Did you not do that?
No, so you're saying what my breakdown was all of this. What you're saying, but I think yours was a bit more measured, because you spoke to an Arsenal fan, and you was trying to get an Arsenal fan to understand and see what you was going through in the moment.
Cage's was much more dramatic. And I say much more dramatic. He was... And to be fair, I don't think I was a good friend, because I should have known. Because for maybe a 5-minute period prior, KG was munching on popcorn.
Oh,
munching, and he ran out. And then he started slumping in his chair like this. And it was one. I don't even know what the pass was, but there was one pass, and he just was like, he started laughing uncontrollably and was going, I can't take, and his head was like this on his microphone. I can't take this. And then he was like, am I going to have to leave? He's like, I need a drink.
This is like therapy, guys. This is exactly what was going on.
There were legitimate tears.
No, legitimate.
I'm glad you was feeling that. Well, I'm not glad you was feeling like that, but ditto, bro.
That we're not the same. We're the same. Because no, Flex, you have to understand. And while this match was going on, I was just getting goal alerts of what's happening to Noah.
Yeah, Chelsea,
and I was like, that's supposed to happen. But Man United, they got to the point where PAOK, whatever you want to call them.
He kept calling them that.
I just didn't want to respect their name as well. They started bopping it about.
Yeah,
it got to moments when it happened.
Couple shots in that.
Did you see? And then do you know what? Then I felt it was getting. Then I got really angry with the chat as well. But then those moments, when they said it goes. Oh, it's terrible.
Would you expect KG? You know we're like this.
No, he goes. Someone goes. It's not that bad. We're not losing.
Oh, no, that's gas. Is that gaslighting? Can you say that?
It was that. What? No, it was. You know, we're not losing, right? That's what it was. It was that kind of vibe.
No,
we've got a good defense. It was like we got a good defense, and it's like
got a good defense. And I said,
I don't need to hear this. Cage's like, I don't need to hear
and I swear to you, there was that chance. Flex, there was that chance. You know when the striker was alone in the box, but he's just rubbish.
Should have been 1-1. He had the whole goal, could have gone either side of Onana. And this is what I'm saying. That would have made it 1-1. And these are the things. It's like yesterday's game, right, was just Ahmad saying, I don't know what you man are on, but I don't like to play football like this. So I'm going to do things how I like it done. That was the only difference. And Mazraoui was good.
It was Ahmad 2
Lindelof was good as well.
Pauk nil.
No, he wasn't.
That was
he
largely the game.
Lindelof
No, he
was good.
wasn't.
What did he do
Lindelof
wrong?
was playing helicopter football, bro. Remember when the ball just stayed up in the air? The ball was just there. The ball was just there. Like the ball was.
To be fair, Lindelof did not stand out one way or the other negatively.
No, I think he was just all right. Like he just did his job.
It wasn't. There's no composure.
Really?
Ahmad would be the only one that I would go.
Yeah, Mazraoui
play well. Mazraoui
was good. Everyone else was shit. Like I'm talking really bad.
Rasmus was terrible.
Rasmus
came on terrible.
Bruno
just did the
Casemiro. No, flex.
Bruno's corners.
He can't take a corner.
Listen. He fucking did a second corner and it made it go for a throw.
Wait, this has started really negatively. I don't know.
And Owen was going to ask something.
I didn't ask the question. Flex.
Yeah. Sorry, Owen. Let's pause.
Right.
Owen, back to you.
But after the negativity, the question seems even weirder. But what kind of milk do you have in your cereal? Cold or warm?
Okay. It depends what cereal I'm having.
How is that even an answer? I just cannot.
Oh, absolutely. I don't drink normal milk anymore. I only have oat milk.
Almond.
Okay, almond. Yeah. But when I do, so it depends if I can have Weetabix with hot or cold.
I get that.
Either or. I can have hot milk. Obviously, you have to have hot with like ready bread and stuff. That's different.
Right. Yeah.
When I have like crunching up cornflakes, that will always be cold. Must be cold.
Right. So this is the thing.
Crunch.
Yeah. Like,
but then when I have shreddies, sometimes I want hot shreddies. Sometimes I want cold.
So he's much more in the middle.
Well,
he's much more in the middle than.
But you can have what? What are you not trying to say? You can't
like it was so divisive.
Warm. He can't believe it was
anything warm.
Well, no. Like that's not like obviously, like you said, if it's like porridge, then obviously I'm not. That is wild.
Yeah.
Or I can kind of get Weetabix thinking about it because it turns kind of porridge-ish. You know, I get that. But anything else, like, but
we
were getting stuff in the chat that was like, it's only exclusively warm milk. That's all I have. Like, cornflakes.
I won't lie to you. That is me. That is me.
You only have warm.
I could not believe that.
Everything.
Really? I don't think my child is. My daughter's not experienced cold milk before in her life.
Really?
Why? Like no one does it.
This is my reaction.
That's crazy.
This is when I was getting my reaction.
When would they do it? Like who does it?
Normal, like
we started them on it. If we started them on it, when are they going to do that?
If they have cereal somewhere else.
They've grown up just knowing that's how we prepare cereal.
Yeah. But at school, if they've got breakfast club with that's
they don't go. And it's
fair enough. Different family member's house.
It's already locked in. It's already locked in. So I remember I didn't think about it. I had my first Yorkshire pudding when I went to uni. It was just
that's true. Yeah. You just you probably thought, what is this?
See, I feel like this
is bakery.
So like, I feel like I am so in an unfamiliar position here because this is always the other way around. You know, this kind of stuff. Like, what were you explaining to me yesterday, KG? Some food I hadn't heard of. Those little squares.
Chin chin. Flex ain't had chin chin though. Flex, yeah, ain't had chin chin. Maybe.
No.
Egg flour. Yeah, it's nice though.
What is it?
Cool. I'm gonna have to let you lot taste it. Taste test. It's like a snack. It's just a snack.
Right. Okay.
What's the Jamaican go-to snack? What's your we say bun and cheeses you lot go to?
Bun and cheese is wicked. And I don't even like raisins, but I can do that. I can do it for bun and cheese.
Oh, you don't like raisins?
No, but for bun and cheese, we can work with it. We can work with it because the bun and cheese is wicked.
Some things I can tolerate.
You know, Guinness punch. You know,
don't you have like a little savory thing that you have? Like it's like not crackers and stuff. The water crackers. Don't you have like a
we have like just like cheese crackers or like plantain chips sometimes, but it's not really like
your thing.
One thing. Yeah, obviously like dumplings and stuff. A festival, you can just get a festival.
We had festival. Wait, we gave Owen festival, didn't we?
He won't remember that he tried it, but he did have it.
Probably did. But then see, this is what we were doing yesterday because the game got so bad that we just refused. We refused to talk about football at one point. Like we were concerned. We were bringing. I'm not going to lie. In terms of like a match view, it's probably one of the worst ones we've ever done.
Yeah. So if you just tuned in, you're thinking, these guys are going to talk about the game, and it's like,
we were bringing some real low energy.
Can we bring some positive energy then? Can we discuss Ahmad then?
It was horrible. Honestly,
can we discuss Ahmad? Because Ahmad will take us away from that. Ahmad will take us away from that.
So
do we need to be careful that we not just doing that thing again where it's like pre-season where we go, yeah, he has to play all the games, and then it's like, or actually no, he should have been playing all along. He was playing with a month in, what was it, September?
Yeah.
Then he found his minutes restricted because Eric basically couldn't wait to get Garnacho in there. It felt like that very early. Then Garnacho, to be fair, was answering the questions. So he's coming off the bench. He was doing well. Is the problem that at the point where it started going a bit dodge with Garnacho, where he needs time out, that's when Amad should come back in? Or is it that, no, Amad should be playing the whole time on the right-hand side? Just give it to him. Let him play game in, game out, and let him establish himself as that guy.
You know what's crazy, right? Because there's no real like proper serious answer to this question, because as a young player, like I was listening to Ruben Amorim today, and he's talking about some of these are development potential type players, and take them out of the firing line when they're not doing well, when the form is off. Don't just say, I'm going to keep playing you. Like, you see like how we've done with Rashford or with Garnacho, where you say, I'm going to play you into form. That's the whole reason for competition. But at Man United, we just do these weird things. I never forget that game when he said he took up Amad early because someone looked good. Was it Rashford or Garnacho that looked good in training? That Garnacho played.
Anthony. Was it Anthony? He's been doing good in training, he said.
Yeah, my opinion.
That's what it was.
It was the Fenerbahce one. It was the Fenerbahce one where he got and then Anthony got injured. But you know what it circles back to? I was kind of pondering this morning, and it all circles back to, I think, bad recruitment. Because you look at some of these players that we've got at the moment, like, with Garnacho, with Højlund, with Xerxes, even I suppose with Amad, in a well-recruited side, there should be players that are like quite a few mid to late 20s. And these younger players get in here and there. And when they do get in a bit inconsistent, take them out for a couple of games. And it's not even a big deal. We found ourselves in a position after years of bad recruitment that these young players are all we've got. And when they do show a bit of like promise, a bit like Cobby, it will happen to Cobby at some point when we go, they're great. And we don't kind of acknowledge they're going to drop off at some point, because that's just what happens with young players. But because we've got nothing else and we haven't recruited anything else, all the pressure is on them. And it's not even necessarily totally fair. Think about it. In terms of our recruitment, like if Anthony, Sancho, whoever else had worked out, then Garnacho, Rashford, then like
they wouldn't get kicked.
They wouldn't be getting as many games. And then when they did come in, we go, actually, that looks quite good, but they're not there yet. But that's fine because we've got these other options. Like they've all we've got. And it's the same with Amad, because that kind of happened earlier on this season with Amad, didn't it? Of like started the season well, but then there were a couple of games maybe it wasn't as good. And then it was like, is Amad actually not that good? Have we overhyped him? And
it's not that.
We've got nothing else. We've got nothing else to put in there. So we're not sure what to do. It's the same with the strikers. With Højlund and Xerxes, we're going, where are the goals coming from? I was saying this morning, the reason there's been like rumors or reports saying that United might look in January for like a low-cost striker that's more experienced, or maybe in the summer they try and do it.
Another Wout course.
But it's one of those ones where it's like, but it's one of those ones again, isn't it? Where it's like, well, the reason they're looking for that is because those other two strikers aren't ready. And it's not to say they're never going to be good and they're never going to be successful, but it might take 2 or 3 seasons for them to develop. But whilst that 2 or 3 seasons are happening, we can't wait and just not score goals for 2 and 3 seasons. So
we need it now. I was saying that I was like the number 9 position. I know, like, don't think short termism, and when Ruben Amorim gets it, we can't rule out that Rasmus just gets service and this, that, and the other. And Xerxes, can't rule people out. But I am looking at it like just fundamentally with the individuals. They're so far just not ready. They're just not. Which can be okay, but we're gonna in the summer we're gonna have to go and get a top draw centre half, like centre forward. Like, I know we're doing revisionism. This isn't Ineos's fault. They didn't spend this money. This isn't Ruben Amorim. I'm just going back over it. Like Rasmus Højlund for 75, whatever. It's crazy, man.
But what you have to do though, Flex, is while it's a lot of money, you're talking about. How old is he? The kid's 20, 21. Yeah. So he's got so many seasons. You're looking at Gyökeres, and it's like, how do you get there first? We're talking about being a team that goes and finds the next guy, but he's gonna need time to become the next guy, especially being the next guy at Man United. This club, like, this is a hard club to play for, but then you can tell that I still believe he has the stature and I don't think he's worried about the outside noise. when he's playing his football. And I think that's one of the main things that you need in a baller. And sometimes it can be stripped away. Yes, I would say that there'll be enough there for him to be worth that over some time, but it's just not going to happen now. The journey that Gyökeres that we all want right now, well, let's look at his development project and how he's got to where he has been. He was bouncing around at a few clubs, and what is he, 26 now or something like that?
But that's what I'm saying. This is kind of my point I was making this morning of that's fine. That's totally fine. Saying that, you know, Rasmus is young and it's going to take time, but whilst he's developing, then you have two choices. You've either got to go, he's developing. We're basically going to have then sort of 3 seasons where we're not going to score a lot of goals. And because of that, United are going to struggle because we don't have a goal scoring 9 and we're just going to have to wait till it gets better. Or through good recruitment, you've got someone there that's a bit more ready-made, can support him now, and it allows him to develop. And it's
exactly, isn't that?
Through that bad recruitment. And that's why with Højlund, remember when we were linked to Højlund in that summer, he was originally going to cost like 40 million euro and he was going to be 2 strikers. It's bad. It's always, that's why I said it always goes back to bad recruitment and bad planning.
I want to go to something there because while we talk about recruitment, but I think it gives a pass for senior players at the club to do nonsense. And that's like when I look at a player like let's use Rashford and Bruno. We have to use these two. Rashford is a senior player at this club. Rashford is supposed to score minimum. He should be on who? What, Mo Salah numbers? He should be on he should be on what I'm saying, he should be getting more than 20 goals a season. He should be. The team's supposed
that's what he got a contract for, didn't he? He got the contract for scoring lots of goals.
He's meant to score. He's meant to be the team.
Meant to be the main guy.
As in, we look to you for everything good. And you're telling me you get a game. You should be scoring a goal a game. A goal a game. There should be output. After you, Bruno Fernandes should be on ridiculous numbers. And that's what he set us up to understand. Bruno was doing 15 goals, and then I don't even know how many assists, but he was on good numbers. These guys' numbers are ridiculous. We're supposed to add to these lot, and we're not. And then after you go into like, when we talk about the Casemiros and stuff, and Casemiro has been good, but in certain games, I'll use yesterday as a perfect example. You know, I understand he does the round the corner one, the first time round the corner one, but we're supposed to be better than these.
100%.
Some composure. Let's set this thing up and take this team apart because we're supposed to be a better team. And I'm not seeing it. Bruno all over the place, Rashi all over the place. The senior man them.
But it still goes back to Owen's point though, because even though these guys were brought in, Rashford come through the academy and Bruno came, 4 or 5 years ago now, they've been given new contracts to continue. So that is still recruiting, isn't it? It's still rewarding
things and brought people in, and it's failed.
The same thing, it's failed. So you're right. Whether you're looking at senior pros who have continued to let us down, like in the end, you go Bruno, you go Rashford, you say Luke Shaw. Maguire is a bit of a different one. He, at the top level of what we need, you go, it's not it, but then he's made some good comebacks at times, so you've got to give him his respect for that. Dallo, we've waited a while to get to a good point, and then in this moment, this season, he's stagnated.
Defenders, we've actually recruited all right, haven't we?
Yeah,
look at Martinez, De Ligt, they're good signings. But when it comes to attacking players, like the hit rate of our attacking signings is just non-existent. And you raise a really good point, actually, Flex, there, and KG too, when you're talking about, like every big team. If you say the team name, we could probably go like, who's their star player or star 2 players? Like you said, Liverpool, you go Salah, or you look at Arsenal, you go Bukayo Saka. He's going to be the main man. Or
Odegaard.
City, you go out Haaland. Whoever. There's several. At United, if I said United star players.
You don't know.
I suppose the problem is that it's meant to be Rashford and Bruno.
Yeah, people would say it is them, but they're not.
But they're not.
It has to be right now, and the uncomfortable conversation is, it is like the Garnacho, because right now we're in a situation. Marcus Rashford has played 10 Premier League games. He's got 1 goal and 1 assist.
Well, let us know in the comments. Who is right now Manchester United star, let's say 1 and 2 players, like they're
it's man like Mazraoui. It's like it's it.
And
no,
again,
but
and
he's
that's
not
the difference.
delivering, and it's a different. I'm talking star players is the ones that score goals to help us. I get Mascherano is doing a good job. We're talking about I need you a star.
No, but like Virgil van Dijk's a star player.
Yeah, I was gonna
like
say
Saliba's a star player.
About but I'm talking about the ones that get it done, that secure the 3 points, and like the game winners. That's for me, a star player is a game winner. Like we know. Give the ball to Mo Salah. He's gonna save us. He's gonna get us out of some trouble. Cole Palmer is a star player at this team. Saka, we know Saka's gonna at least. Saka's
in our attack. We don't have it.
But to Flex's point, even look at like Liverpool, Van Dijk defensively or whoever. The top players are the ones that every single week. They are going to be one of, if not the best player on the pitch. That is.
Rodri ain't going to get all the goals. Rodri. He's literally Ballon d'Or. He's star player.
And Alisson at Liverpool, right? If you go, it's that kind of stuff. And at United, that is actually a really difficult question to answer.
There's no one. No, you can't call anyone a star. I know I'm a star boy last night.
I know you're saying stuff, but you're going to, and it's uncomfortable. People don't want to hear it. But the person that we've been relying on is Garnacho. For the last two, even if you talk about last season,
and that's the problem. That's the problem. This is your point. The people that on paper, and like Flex said, if you ask people that aren't United fans, you go, "Who's Man United's best players?" They go, "Well, the people that you kind of think about are Bruno and Rashford." And the fact that they haven't delivered for a while now, that's a problem, because then if they don't deliver, then that goes back to my original point. We look at like a Garnacho or a Kobe that shows us something. We go, then you're going to be the next ones for us then, but you got to be it right now.
Yeah,
not in like 3 years' time. You've got a bit now.
Also, Garnacho being the star player, which you're saying, KG, which you're right, like, is a big problem because he's not ready to be that. He's not that. He's not. He's still a player who should be coming in and out, learning off senior players. Impacting the game when people are tired. When you're a right back and you 75 minutes running after Rashford, you shouldn't really want to see a Garnacho come on. That kind of vibe. Like Kyle Walker in that season when we came back. When we were in the stands there, KG, he was in the Stretford end. When we won, when we came back and won from 1-0 down. Remember? Yeah. And Garnacho came off the bench, twisting and turning, put the cross in, Rashford goal. It's more like that. That was in his first season. He was really doing that well, Garnacho. And that is the truth. And when I look at our front line, Ahmad included, when I look at, but in a different way, it's just not potent enough. There's no other. I know it should be. I know, but Rashford's meant to do this. I know Højlund needs time to do that. I know Xerxes this, and all of these things, all of these explanations for it. The bottom line is, it is not as good as the front 5 teams. Their firepower. It's like default.
If that.
And that's if that. Because like I said, you can start getting into Brighton territory. You can start getting into Spurs territory. You can start going into Chelsea and that. But if you're just looking at the top 3 in City, Liverpool, Arsenal, I know Arsenal having a few wobbles right now, but they score more goals than us comfortably. Then you start looking at Villa. You look at Newcastle, even with Gordon, Barnes, and Isak. It's like I'd bank on that scoring more than goals than what we do. You know what I mean? Even Spurs, bro. Kulusevski, Son, and my man up front, Solanke. Like I'm looking at that with Maddison just behind or whoever. I'm going, that's probably going to create more. It's going to do more than what ours is, bro.
No, but then there's a couple issues though, bro, and that's why I'm excited about obviously new Amorim board, seeing what that looks like, right? But then we've never, even when we had Zlatan, I remember us complaining about not feeding Zlatan enough. Or any striker, Cavani. I remember when we had him. The only player that we tried to overgive the ball to was Ronaldo that time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we gave it to him because
hurting us. Ronaldo. We were like, can't play like this.
we just decided everything must go to Ronaldo, right? But this has been a long-term issue at Man United. And there's another fold of it when you say, well, guess what? Not only that, not any player has the mentality and temperament to wear the Man United shirt.
No.
It's massive.
Or be that, like we're saying about the star player, has anyone got the moxie, the sort of stature to be able to be like, right, I'm going to be the best player at Man United, and I'm be able to handle that pressure that everything comes with it. Because like we said, even those top players, their ability to handle the pressure of knowing that you're a top player
We've seen it, isn't it?
And still deliver, no one can really do that. I mean, previously, yes, you could have made a strong argument for Bruno Fernandes with the numbers that he's putting out, but they have dried up. And now there's concerns about He's 30. Like, is he coming back, or is this just actually the peak? And is he on the way down now? They have massive concerns, and that's why it was really interesting actually to see after the game yesterday this general like feeling of, it wasn't like euphoria on Tuesday after Amorim, but it was like excitement, like, oh wow, this is amazing. He just beat City 4-1. And after yesterday's game, there was such like this, bloody hell, you've got a tough job, mate. Like,
yeah.
You've got,
and I look at like the intensity of our players, because you know what, right? I'm gonna be honest. If Ruben Amorim comes in and gets these man really working straight away, like really intensely, wing backs up and down, just a lot more pressing energy, like we'll have to give him massive flowers straight away, you know. Because
yeah,
and because I know there's a thing called new manager bouncer, but you know, I'm talking about like systemic change where it goes, this ain't just a bounce. Like, look at what he's doing. He's really running. Rashford looks like a different player. Wow, look at Rasmus. This is I've never seen him have so many touches. Wow, look at Dallo. The cue that he has to just go as soon as the attack starts. Like, if that happens really quickly, but that's why I'm like, I know this is pessimistic, but I don't think that will happen really quickly.
And that's
Do you see what I'm saying? I really don't.
Owen, I said it to Owen yesterday. Like yesterday,
we're really bad. We're really bad.
Brother,
we're really bad team.
Like, Owen said, "What kind of game are you expecting?"
I shot him down. I shot him down so far. He said, "I went, KG, what kind of game are you expecting?" And he went, I think some guys are going to be, you know, playing like they've got a point to prove when it comes to Ruben Amorim. And I was like, don't be so stupid. Yeah. basically. And
he was right.
It was only Ahmad. That was the only one which you go, fair enough. You know, he had like a point.
When he says that, when he did say that, guess what, Flex? The reason why I was like, well, we need to show something is because you don't get to just switch that on. It's not a light switch where you can go, good form now. Like, it's like, we don't get to quickly do that. Now, it would be incredible if he has that level of effect on us. You see how Spurs was like fossilized football, and all of a sudden it's gone back to champagne stuff. Like, it's really exciting.
They're on the front foot.
I wish they're on the front foot and they look totally different.
So it proves it can be done.
It proves it can be done. But I pray that can happen for us. But guess what? It takes everyone to listen. And one thing about this club or these players that we've recruited is we're stubborn. I don't know if it's an interim thing because we struggled to this in the interim. Ralph Ragnick had a style of play that he wanted to play here.
Yeah, and he tried to change too much for an interim.
He tried it. They done it for 20 minutes against Crystal Palace, and we never saw it again. Ten Hag wanted to play aggressive, like front foot, everyone pressing, winning the ball back in the first. How many seconds did we say there was a thing about that?
It was weird with Ten Hag because he didn't get it in the first 2 games in the Prem, but then he did get it again when we played like Liverpool, Old Trafford. That time you went, oh yeah, they're running and they're really all right. And then like
just fades.
Then it subsides, and that is where it's going to look with Ruben Amorim this season when he comes in next week. Look, it's going to be up and down, isn't it? It's going to be up and down. There are going to be moments where like, bloody hell. But I think as long as we're seeing like a germ of something there, of an idea, or you can see that, right, I do see, then there will be that buy-in. But you're right. It's just coming out of that game last night, I was like, you've got a tough job on your hands, and it's going to be really, 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 really difficult. But the one thing that I am actually quite excited about Ruben Amorim with coming out of this week is I do think he has handled the media side of things unbelievably well
already.
Already. Like before, obviously with that whole stuff with Gary Cottrell, but then afterwards he handled it in the presser afterwards. Could have been really frost. Handled it really, really fun. He was laughing English this time, and he does have that kind of presence. Maybe exactly, charm. And I know that. Whenever you talk about this, people sometimes roll their eyes because that's what it used to be with Eric going, yeah, but it's not about that. I don't care how he speaks or his ability to communicate. It's about on the pitch. But unfortunately, in 2024, the media part of it, when you know how you talk in the press conferences, how you come across in interviews, and how you come across with the players as well. If you're awkward 100%. With the players, exactly. You know, with a modern player, they don't buy in. And
any workplace does.
He's a younger guy. You know, he's more connected, I guess, with the modern player in that sense. And I do think that's going to be a big difference and a big thing that helps him with.
Can I just going back to you know, when I know we've kind of done it a little bit before, but I just can't help but do it because every time I see one game more, obviously our minds are just on Amorim and what it means for player X, player Y. So one of the positives is you go, Ahmad could absolutely play an inside 10. Like, that would be perfect for him. I was thinking yesterday, I don't know why, because this player was nowhere near it. He's injured. About Kobbie Mainoo. I was just thinking. And I was just thinking about what I think he needs from this Amorim system. Like how he, what components he needs to get the best out of him versus how we, don't expose Kobbie and stuff. And I just think that this Ugarte situation, like Kobbie is going to really need people around him. I think if there's legs around him or not massive gaps, I think Kobbie is going to be really good in this with a protector next to him. But if he's isolated somehow, or we're asking him to do too much, because also his passing as well. Because if he's going to play in just a midfield too, Kobbie's a decent passer, but he hasn't played long enough for us to know how good of a passer he actually is in terms of from deep. No, but I mean through the lines and driving the short range, but mid to long, depending on what Amorim's demands are, we could fall short. If his demands are I need you to be pinging that to the right wing back who's bombing on, or the left, we just don't know, because Kobbie hasn't played long enough for me to go from deep. He can hit that 40 yards straight.
No, but then the one thing is the one thing that he's got the composure, and you can see in the difference of his game is he's not going to do the first time scatty.
No, he want the ball at his feet and be comfortable to take it.
Scatty, Casemiro or Bruno ball. We've seen the one thing that was really frustrating yesterday is that's what our game. And we had two defensive midfielders yesterday in Ugarte and Casemiro, and we couldn't build up. We're not going to play towards, we're not going to create real chances if we're just wasting, turning over possession or moving mad the way he was moving in that game. So I believe Kobbie is the right partner for whoever that defensive midfielder is. Even if that's Ugarte or Casemiro, Kobbie is that next player in the midfield that should be playing. For sure, because I don't think he should be playing in that higher, in that left AM position or right.
I think he could play there as well. I think. I mean, look, I know Saeed always used to say, "Oh, he's a 10 man, he's a 10." But I do think if you did play Kobbie further up and took away some of that, intense running back the other way, he's perfectly technically sound enough in those little areas to keep the ball in pockets. What really impressed me, I remember watching him in England in some of the warm-up games at Wembley against Belgium and Brazil, I want to say.
Yeah, when he made his debut.
When he made his debut. Yeah. And when he was in the final third, linking up with some little short passes with Foden, little one-touch around the corner with Bellingham, I went, he can operate in that area. Yeah, we won't get a nosebleed by going there. So again, we just don't know where... It depends whether Ruben Amorim goes, I want them 210s to be quite explosive, be able to take people on. They need to be quick because of X, Y, Z. Or I really want one of them to be able to take the ball really nicely, be compact, can keep the ball in tight situations. And I just want two really aggressive ball winners in the two behind in the actual. These are the things where
lots of players are going to have that, don't they? Lots of players have that, because we're talking about wingers possibly becoming wing backs. We're talking about wingers becoming 10s. We're talking about midfielders being turned into 10s or being turned into ball winners. And that's what happens though.
I can't wait to see. It's exciting.
That's what happens though when it comes to, with new tactics. You go, right, can you adapt to me? If you can't adapt to me, then you're out of here, and we'll find ways to do it. And like you said, I think that's really, really interesting, because we're just not used to it. We're used to 4-2-3-1. That's it.
Do you know what's crazy though? I wish this player didn't have the injury issues that he has. Under this manager, because you could imagine with a wicked striker, I imagine Mason Mount playing in that because you know,
bro. I hear you. I hear you.
You hear me?
I hear you, bro. I've had a look at. I hear you.
He's good on the ball. He should be good.
He's gonna break down, though, bro. He's gonna break
down.
Actually, you know what? No, let's not. We really hope he doesn't. Let's not even put it, because you're right. If he doesn't,
that's a prerequisite. We hope he doesn't, but
we hope he doesn't.
You know what I mean? It's just
but sometimes it takes a new manager to come in, new regimes, new fitness regimes. Just don't know.
The conspiracies are already out, because the fact that Ruben Amorim starts Monday, Luke Shaw's back in training today.
There you go. That's what I'm saying.
People are going, are you taking the piss?
Lenny Yoro back in training.
Amorim starts Monday. Sure, Friday I'll be in.
It's that Kevin Nash. It's that Kevin Nash one, bro.
Yeah.
Kevin Nash in the wheelchair, and then he just gets up. And
literally. Yeah.
It is. Remember, just really quickly, because I've got to wrap up. It just came to my head the other day. Whenever it was, or whoever it was against, when Melasse played the last game he played when he got injured, he must have just never thought in his brain, well, I won't see Eric again. Like, I just won't play for him again. Like 18 months ago, whenever that was. Because how long has it? It's been about that.
Lenny Euro, when he signed on the dotted line and he shook hands with Ten Hag at Carrington, went, I'm never playing for you. Like, can you imagine? Holding up the shirt of him.
Rangers and Arsenal. That's it.
Holding up the shirt for him, going, we'll never have a competitive game together.
Yeah.
Smile.
That is mental.
Crazy, isn't it? It's just crazy. And then as a footballer, they're just forced to go. Do you know what? Onana said it best, but really ruthless. But to be fair, just how it is. Because you know what Onana's like, innit? Good talker, but he will say, he went, listen, it's basically, may as well said part of life. He's like, listen, we tried our best. We didn't get the results. Unfortunately, in this game, it has to be someone. Unfortunately, it was him who took the blame. That's what he said.
Yeah, well, Luke Shaw, he limped off in Luton in February and never played for Eric Ten Hag again.
Never played Eric Ten Hag again. Did he think that would be his last game for Eric Ten Hag? Probably not. But there you go. KG prediction for Leicester tomorrow. Sunday, sorry.
2-2.
You do every game. Is that?
No, he's up and down at the moment. He did go back to sort of predicting,
Okay.
No, I'm not doing it to take the piss.
Okay.
We're actually bad. Like, I'm just saying it on a if we play it like how we played Pack, anything like
Leicester
that.
Could, Jamie Vardy and them man on the.
We're in a lot of trouble. I'm just only saying I want Ruud van Nistelrooy to finish with a better record than Michael Carrick. That would be cool for him, just as a nice thing for him to have. Because I don't think he's going to be a part of the long-term plans. But I would like that. I would like him to leave on 100% record. That would be great. But I just don't trust this team. And Ahmad is an injury concern at the moment, I believe.
He's fine.
No, he's fine.
Guaranteed.
Asked him after the game. Spoke to him, mate. Said, yo, Ahmad, we saying, talk to me about this, bro.
Didn't he speak to Euro? And he said, they said precaution, and he was out. We ain't seen him since.
He
spoke to Euro. He said, Euro gave us the thumbs up, remember?
Yeah, it happens. But he was very. I said, where's your I said, bro, I know he doesn't drink. So I was like, bro, where's your man in the match trophy, bro? Your little thing, bro. He's like, nah, they don't. They said Europa no. And George was like, yeah, Europa League don't do it. The thing's so shit that they don't even give you a nice little. No, you don't get a man in the match thing for Europa League. Dead, isn't it? Champions League, you get the little
thing, Champions League logo.
Levels, in it. Levels. Okay, KG's going 2-2. There's a preview coming out tomorrow with me and Owen, so you can see our predictions on that as well. So smash a like on the video, guys. Welcome. Thanks for watching episode 38 of the Trinity Pot. Nearly started the whole show again. It's late, Robert. It's late, Robert. Yeah. And big up KG as well and Owen, because I see a lot response to the Grace Jones. You know what I mean? The expressions. Like, I think just to finish off though, what I like is what's really happened here is expressions has underestimated me. That's what he's because he is everybody know he's the king at this.
But I don't know, Flex, because KG maybe he was underestimating you last night then, because he was basically saying you don't know what you've got yourself in for. Basically, you are not.
I do. No, listen.
He's like, you're not going to win this.
Oh
no, it's going to be interesting. It's long.
Listen, so good at this. Of course. Listen, no. He's not so good at this. He's the king at this. Really, my remit is to not even be in this arena. But guess what? I was defending myself from day one. I didn't even. He drew me out for no reason. So
it doesn't stop.
Instead of talking about going Turkey just for hairlines, we should go together, bro. We have a comment. We can go and do things there.
Yep, and this is it. Well, because I remember I get into skirmishes with this guy on a weekly basis.
Yeah. Well, you said you called a truce though.
Oh no, it's fake.
That's not real. That's not real.
Watch Best of Enemies today. It's pretending truce.
But that's what it's come down to. And also, it's not just him underestimating me. Flexpressions is a real thing. So.
Well, he was saying some allegations about you yesterday. Actually, even when KG spoke to him, he said you wear the shower.
What happens on Sky Sports, mate? Been on there 5 years. I haven't seen a cap in sight. I don't know. I don't know where he's been.
So, I'll give it to you, man. That was some of your best work. I told him. He said he clapped back, and I didn't even accept that. I didn't even accept that mix.
People said it's weak. Yeah, and you lost as well, bro. You can't clap back when you lose. You lost.
Yeah,
you have to hold it. You lost it. When I went Fenerbahce, he was talking about Turkey this and go there. Well, how ironic that you go to Turkey the next week and you lose. So get Invisalign.
He called me Michael Cole once. He called me Michael Cole once, and I went, I'm not participating in this anymore.
Now stick up for yourself, Owen, because you'll just be a bully otherwise.
Michael Cole.
If you lose, you lose, but you're allowed to stand up to the bully.
But then we did a sketch, and I basically was Michael Cole as well. So that kind of.
There you go. Flip it. Paradise.
Wait, I think I remember someone trying to go back to back with him at a table, and it didn't end well.
Yeah, you can't do that. I won't put myself in that position.
No, I would never.
I remember who that person was.
Don't do that. But then again, that's like the heavyweight saying to the bantamweight, whatever, to come fight me in the ring. No,
that's mental.
We did that sketch. And that's when KG split trousers.
Oh yeah. Anyway, guys, shout out everyone. We are out of here. Take care. Peace.